meteorologist Tracy Butler is here. Hey, Trace.
Yeah, we don't have any thunderstorms in the area this morning. What we do have this morning, some fog. Live Doppler 7 Max, all of that rain, the thunderstorms we had last night, which were mainly confined to the northern suburbs, is out of here. But as we look at the temperatures, they have just been in a free fall. 43 degrees now in Wilmette, 47 in Markham, East Chicago at 44, Glen Ellen right now at 48 degrees, Huntley at 48, University Park at 44, but Joliet at 52 degrees. Fog is a bit of an issue in the area this morning. Right now, visibility, as you can see, Valparaiso, a mile and a quarter mile visibility. Michigan City and in Benton Harbor, get out to Midway, visibility not too awful there. Wheeling, the visibility is down to 1 mile. So the day ahead brings a lot of cloud cover and a colder day today. Yesterday in the 80s, today, at best, we get back into those 50s. Terrell and Judy.
All righty, Tracy, 6:01.
4 families in Vernon Hills are just getting a look at the damage in the daylight after lightning hit their townhouse. It was so loud, in fact, some thought it was an explosion. Did not start a fire. And happening right now, the hunt for a man who grabbed a child at a West Suburban Park.
Jessica D'Onofrio live from Oak Park this morning. Jessica.
Judy and Terrell, witnesses say the man was here in the playground speaking to himself in a foreign language, but then he called over to the children in English. Now, when the children wore a sweater on around his waist. Now, police say both of the children are okay. Meanwhile, anyone with information on this man is asked to call Oak Park Police. Reporting live in Oak Park, Jessica D'Onofrio, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Alrighty, Jess, thank you. And 2 Chicago police officers are recovering right now after one of them was shot and the other was stabbed. The
Officers have not told us how they died.
Kid Rock is dealing with a personal tragedy this morning. He found his assistant dead. Tonight is a rally to save Chicago State University, and this comes after Governor Rauner has signed emergency funding to keep major universities running in Illinois. He calls it
a morning for Chicago sports fans as the Hawks are denied repeat Stanley Cup titles.
Yeah, they were down.
Cubs play the Brewers tonight out at Wrigley. And new this morning, firefighters save a lot of lives, but we have video of a rescue mission that has a very happy ending.
Yeah, they
fog and a major temperature drop we had earlier this morning. This afternoon, we will have a strong lake breeze and say goodbye to the 80s for this week anyway. Let's take a look at our current temperatures. 43 degrees right now, Crown Point. Moni at 44 degrees. Boy, when we went on the air with you this morning in Moni, your temperatures were in the mid-50s, so dropping there. Shanahan, 51. Elgin now 47 degrees. It's 45 at O'Hare, 47 at Midway, and 45 degrees right now in Munster. So might even want to take a jacket with you this morning for sure, but you don't need any rain gear today. Just a lot of cloud cover around. Once again, we do have that fog this morning, and we'll get those temperatures most likely, most of us, back up in low 50s this afternoon. Rob?
Yeah, it's going to be starting to see a little bit more traffic volume on all of the expressways. And a couple of new things I want to bring to your attention. First off, on the inbound side of the Edens at Wilson, just before the junction, we've got tire debris, again, reported in a lane of traffic. And new construction that begins tonight. It's actually, they're resuming that resurfacing. Olympia Fields, Madison, and the South Suburb. It's on a stretch of I-57 from I-80 down to US 30 Lincoln Highway. It's going to be nighttime road work, but there will be lane closures, and it will continue for the next couple of months. Judy and Terrell.
All right, Roz, thanks. And Roz has been telling us for a while now about road closings around Grant Park for NFL Draft Town. You can party on those streets in just a few days.
You're watching Terrell Brown, Judy Sue. Weather with meteorologist Tracy Butler and Roz Varen's traffic. ABC 7 Eyewitness.
More about it because it is really going on just a few blocks from here. And joining me right now is Cara Bachman with the Chicago Sports Commission. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, we have been driving around seeing this. It feels like it's bigger than last year. Is it?
It is bigger. Last year was actually about 16 football fields. This year it's 20. Still in the same area in Grant Park, but just using more of the park to accommodate more fans.
Okay, what are some of the new things that fans... What about the NFL legends who are coming in town?
There's so many, and I encourage everyone to go to NFL.com/draft, which is a new addition for the draft, and lots of college coaches with their top first-round draft picks, or first-round hopeful draft picks, I should say.
Okay, it has been a phenomenal success last year. Of course, we're just kicking off this year's event, but a lot of people are asking, what about next year. That's still up in the air.
Yeah, right now we're really focused on 2016, making sure that people have an amazing, amazing experience over the 3 days of the free festival, and we'll see what's to come. It's been great with the NFL and great for the city, so I think we have a partnership in the future.
All right, Cara, thank you so much for coming in this morning. We hope for better weather, a little warmer.
Right after this.
Ready for school? Well, get ready for some fog around the area this morning. Seems to be most dense closer to the lake that you do get. Now, temperatures this morning in the 40s as you head out to wait for the school bus. When you come home from school this afternoon, well, we will look for those temperatures only in the low 50s. Complete forecast and the next 24 hours ahead.
Spike away.
They did.
Because he wouldn't bloom.
They're going to make this happen.
Okay. Well, it's there now for you to enjoy.
Yes.
And smell.
Funky and all.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, well, good morning. In this case, it's a good thing that the rain, thunderstorms that we did have around the area last night, now, a little bit of concern about is some fog in the area this morning. Now, our temperatures have really dropped over the past, really, 6 hours, and a strong lake breeze is going to be with us here this afternoon. Well, right now out at O'Hare, it is 45 degrees. Look at this. AccuWeather Real Feel is 39. That's our wind chill out at O'Hare right now. Wind out of the northeast at 12 miles per hour. It's 46 degrees currently in Bridgeport, 47 out at Midway. It is 44 Buffalo Grove. Up in Grays Lake, you're at 47 degrees. It is 49 Crystal Lake. Algonquin now at 50 degrees. Elgin 51, Elburn 51, Aurora 51 degrees, 48 in Naperville, 47 right now, Glen Ellen, 51 in Joliet and in Plainfield, 55 in Morris. And then over in northern Indiana, we have temperatures in the 40s around the area. But as we look at the satellite and radar picture, it is fog that is with us this morning. One of the reasons is we had this cold front just kind of back its way right down the lake. That has been responsible for bringing those temperatures down early this morning. Rain, again, well off to the east, but we don't have any rain to worry about today. Tomorrow, a little bit of a different story. Now, it does hold off until tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow morning's rush hour, we are dry. But there you go, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, rain spread across the area. And I think this is going to be more of a rain event than it will be a stormy event. Now, Thursday, of course, Judy just talked about Draft Town with our guests, and it looks like at noon on Thursday when it kicks off, there will be some showers in the area. I think it would be very light. Could be one of those afternoons where it's a little bit of mist along the lakefront here on Thursday. But most of the rain that we do get in that Wednesday to Thursday time frame is going to be falling prior to probably midnight here tomorrow night. Some of us could come away with as much as an inch of rain. Afternoon today, mainly cloudy. Much colder, given yesterday we were in the 80s. Today we will rebound back into the 50s. We'll see highs in the 50s here both tomorrow and Thursday. Friday, Saturday, not too bad, but Saturday night and into Sunday is our next chance of rain. Ross?
Indianapolis Boulevard, US 41 and US 30. So 2 cars tangled up. We've got emergency crews responding there. On the Illinois side, we're seeing traffic volume increasing everywhere. Some of the travel times, like the Ike, they're going to be a little higher than normal. And we also are hearing of a truck fire on the Jane Addams. Eastbound I-90 near Roselle Road, we're starting to see some backups in the area. That's really our only tower camera that we can see, our Daily Herald cam over I-90. And so we're keeping an eye on things all across the board.
Sounds good, Ross.
It is 6:22, and coming up next, a scientific explanation for how many socks you lose in the dryer.
Interesting.
In today's Tech Bites, we're getting some new clues about the next Apple Watch
Exciting stuff.
production.
Would you ride one?
Maybe, we'll see.
I think I would.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Welcome back, everybody. Good morning. A trip to the amusement park turned terrifying for a Texas family after the seatbelt on a ride came undone. The
ABC 7 Chicago news app. Scientists have answers to things that you never think about.
including this one, yes, missing socks. We're adding that to the list. Researchers.
It still does not make any sense.
Right.
And did not answer the question.
And why do the socks disappear?
Where did they go?
Yeah.
It was a terrible study. Getting rid of that. 6:27. When we come back, There's one fewer contestant this morning on Dancing with the Stars who became history on Classics Night.
Over the city, looks as though that fog is going to stick around for a little bit this morning. This afternoon, basically very cloudy and much cooler, too. We'll talk more about that coming up, Ross.
Downtown area. And we're also hearing about a stall on Lakeshore Drive northbound at Diversity in a lane of traffic. CPD with that now. The truck fire that was reported eastbound on 90 at Roselle turns out to be a disabled truck on the shoulder, possibly with a brake fire. We'll take a look at I-90 at Arlington.
Those temperatures dropping fast.
You will feel it as soon as you walk out the door. Tracy's been talking about it all morning long, and boy, it happened fast, Tracy.
It did. We did drop about 20 degrees in 15 minutes. We can thank a cold front for just backing its way down the lake for that. Well, live Doppler 7 max, rain-free this morning, but with that cold front, it's also ushered in some fog. 3/4-mile visibility in Wheeling, but as you take a look over in northern Indiana, half-mile visibility in Valparaiso and 1/4-mile visibility right now in Michigan City. Our temperatures have certainly dropped. 46 degrees in Villa Park, 47 degrees right now in Elgin, 48 degrees right now in Crystal Lake. The day ahead starts us off with fog and a chilly lake breeze this afternoon. Judy and Terrell.
Tracy, 6:30.
And a chilly lake breeze this afternoon. Judy and Terrell.
Tracy, 6:31 new this morning. A former teacher's aide convicted of killing a toddler could get a chance for a new trial this morning.
Our Diane Pathy was live at the Lake County Courthouse with what is expected here today. Diane.
Judy and Terrell, the judge in this case is holding a hearing this morning. The family is hoping that hearing is going to be good news for them. Melissa Kalazinski is a former teacher. So again, a hearing will be held this morning at 9 o'clock. The family is hoping that the judge will let them have a new trial. Reporting live outside the Lake County Courthouse in Waukegan, Diane Pathy, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Diane, thank you.
Happening right now in the western suburbs, the hunt for a child predator. Our Jessica D'Onofrio is live in Oak Park this morning with the latest on the story. Jess.
Well, Judy, witnesses say the man picked up one of the children in language, but he was speaking to the kids in English. Police say the children were not hurt. Reporting live in Oak Park, Jessica D'Onofrio, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Jessica, thank you. And we are getting new information on why a popular Chicago elementary school principal was removed from his post.
This ended back in January.
A little puppy is safe this morning in the northwest suburbs as police look for the person who abused that tiny boxer mix. And now new in our 6 o'clock hour, tourism is booming in Chicago. 2015 was another record-setting year.
Tracy?
Yeah, we'll try to fix the weather for all those shows, if only that could happen. All right, here's what happened last night. Our temperatures dropped as much as 20 degrees in about a 15-minute period due to a lake-enhanced cold front. Now, we are going to have a fairly strong lake breeze here this afternoon. Say goodbye to the 80s for now. Live Doppler 7 Max, of course, had some strong thunderstorms in the area last night. Nothing like that this morning, however. Look at the temperatures also. We go at 50. Glen Ellen at 48 degrees, 43 in East Chicago, 43 degrees right now in Crown Point. It's 45 degrees out at O'Hare and 47 degrees out at Midway. So you might want to coat this morning, but you don't need the rain gear. Sunglasses, I always have mine with me, but we'll have a lot of clouds around throughout the day today. As we look at temperatures up into the probably low end of the 50s here this afternoon. Rob? We're just east of US 45, so we've got emergency crews responding at that location. Now, as far as the expressways go, we are seeing traffic building in many locations. Your highest travel times are going to be on the Eisenhower heading in and the Stevenson. They are both between 40 and 45 minutes from the Tri-State to Lakeshore Drive. And speaking of Lakeshore Drive, we do have a delay on the northbound side, which is kind of unusual for this time in the morning, but it's backed up pretty much from Fullerton to Diversey, which was originally reported as a stall, turns out to be a crash. We've got Chicago police dealing with that. There is lane blockage, and hopefully they will get that out of there before it starts to cause delays in both directions. We'll check traffic again for you coming up in less than 10 minutes. Judy and Terrell.
Ready, Roz, at 6:39. Boy, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Kelly Ripa returns to her show this morning. What convinced her to come back? Coming up.
Every day in 5 states, Republican Donald Trump and Democrat Hillary Clinton are trying to walk away with clean sweeps.
But their rivals are making it tough. ABC's Kenneth Moten is live from a polling place in Bethesda, Maryland this morning. Kenneth.
Porter Leafy Arena. Reporting live here in Bethesda, Maryland this morning, Kenneth Moten, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Right,
Judy and
Kenneth,
Terrell.
we appreciate it. Thank you for that. It's 6:42. Coming up next, you may be surprised to hear who is trying to get you to eat less.
And new at 6, airline satisfaction, whether it's soaring or stuck in standby.
Live look outside.
Passengers are more satisfied with airlines than they have been in more than 20 years. Flyers gave U.S. carriers
Have some conditions imposed by the FCC. Some of the biggest players in the food industry seem to be encouraging you to eat less.
Yep. Oreos, too. Well, good morning. Here are our topics for today, weather-wise. We do have fog in the area this morning, and the temperatures have certainly dropped. And this afternoon, pretty strong lake breeze expected out there. Well, right now out at O'Hare, what we're seeing is a lot of cloud cover. And what we're feeling, the AccuWeather real feel, 39 degrees and a northeast wind at 12 and a temperature of 45 at O'Hare. It is 45 degrees Park Ridge. Good morning out in Oakbrook. You're at 49. Palos Hills at 47. It is 49 in Plainfield, but 53 degrees right now in Morris. 56 degrees in Ottawa. Over in Michigan City, where you have poor visibility due to some fog, right now, 41 degrees. Currently, skies are mainly cloudy around the area, and we do have some fog. What happened last night, yes, before you turned in for the night, we still had temperatures in the 70s and 60s around the area, but overnight, a weak front just kind of backing its way down the lake is what has contributed to this temperature plummet this morning. Now, we don't have any rain in sight for us here today. Here's our future cast. But let's jump into tomorrow. Tomorrow morning's commute is fine. But tomorrow afternoon, rain moves back into the area. It will be fairly widespread here tomorrow evening. Starts to ease up by Thursday morning. But I think Thursday is going to end up being a day as we kick off Draft Town, where it could be a little bit misty and some light showers lingering into the afternoon. Tomorrow evening, we are set up perhaps for as much as an inch of rain in some spots. So the bulk of the rain that we're getting this week anyway is most likely going to be falling tomorrow evening. And then we have another chance of rain, fairly wet period coming our way Sunday. This morning, fog. This afternoon, a lot of clouds, dry. Some rain does move back into the area Saturday night.
Ooh, okay.
All righty. Thanks. Roz, how we doing?
Problems on I-55. I was noticing this big delay approaching 355 a little bit east of there. I called state police, and sure enough, there is a crash just north of Lamont Road. It's on the shoulder, but everybody's staring at it. It's causing a little bit of a gaper's delay on the outbound side as well. But that inbound delay starts all the way back at Route 126. We also have this crash northbound on Lakeshore Drive at Diversity that's being cleared, so those backups are quickly dissipating. And as far as your travel times go, well, we can 7. And a little bit of good news for folks who take the CTA Blue Line. You know, they were doing all that construction at the Addison station, and they were bypassing it. Well, it opened up this morning.
Oh, yeah.
So now you can get on at Addison going out to O'Hare.
There's some
Excellent.
good news.
All right, Ross, thank you. 6:49 this morning. Kelly Ripa will be back on her live show in just a few hours.
Yes, it is the first time she'll be co-hosting with Michael Strahan since he revealed last Tuesday that he is leaving to go full-time on Good Morning America. Well, Kelly was reportedly blindsided and not told about the move until just minutes before it was made public. Reports say she's coming back today after executives apologized for the way it was handled. You can watch Live with Kelly and Michael today at 9 a.m. right here on ABC 7. Flutie finally flaming out.
He has been scoring low through the season, and now the game's over.
Doing new and different things for me.
The star of the night, though, Wanye Morris with his take on an NSYNC classic routine. Next week on Dancing with the Stars, 2 couples will be eliminated. You can tune in right here on ABC 7 next Monday to check it out.
All right, it is 6:51, and it is a disappointing morning for fans of a different kind of competition. What you missed if you didn't.
Good morning. Coming up next here on GMA, a big day. Hopeful Bernie Sanders joins us live all next right here on GMA.
Are your Morning 7 stories on this Tuesday morning. Right now, we are waiting to find out how 2 people died after their bodies were found at Suburban Senior Living Facility.
Hours. Diane Patthew is live at the Lake County Courthouse with more. Diane.
Terrell, the judge is holding a hearing this morning. The family is hoping that the judge will actually tell them that they may get a second chance. Melissa Kalazinski is pre-existing head injuries. The hearing is set to take place at 9 o'clock this morning. We'll have an update throughout the day. Reporting live outside the Lake County Courthouse. Courthouse in Waukegan. Diane Matthew, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Diane, thank you. And former Speaker of the House, Dennis Hastert, is at the center of a new lawsuit. A man who claims appearing that the peak stink hours are right now.
Oh.
So, you know, yeah.
Go get some.
Yeah.
Pretzel day before we go.
Ooh, now that sounds good.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Go enjoy some pretzels today. For Tracy and Roz, I'm Terrell.
And I'm Judy.